Dear my friends, welcome to this special journey. Today, we will walk through the story of one of the most powerful and inspiring figures in history, Jesus Christ. This is not only a story of faith, it is also a story of courage, kindness, sacrifice, and hope. As English learners, you will get two gifts today. First, you will improve your English through simple words, clear sentences, and powerful storytelling. Second, you will receive life lessons that can guide you in times of doubt, fear, or confusion. Type in the comment where you are listening to this story and your level of English. Jesus Christ is not just a name from an old book. He is a symbol of love, forgiveness, and victory. He was born in a humble place, lived among ordinary people, and yet changed the world forever. Stay with me till the end, because this is more than history. This is a living story. A story that speaks to your heart and gives you strength to rise again when life feels heavy. Are you ready? Let us begin. Jesus Christ was born more than 2,000 years ago in a small town called Bethlehem. His birth was not in a palace with golden walls or soft beds. It happened in the most unexpected place, a stable among animals, straw, and hay. There was no royal announcement, no expensive clothes, no shining crown. Yet, from this simple beginning, something extraordinary was already taking shape. His arrival into the world gave us a truth that is still powerful today. You do not need wealth, position, or status to change the world. Why does Jesus matter? Because his life and his words carried a message that time could never destroy. He taught people to love their neighbor, to care for the poor, to forgive those who cause pain, to trust in God even in difficult days, and to live with hope no matter the situation. These are not only religious ideas, they are principles that touch every human heart. He began life in the most ordinary of circumstances, yet his influence has reached every corner of the earth. Millions across the world still follow his teachings today, finding comfort, strength, and direction. His story shows us something unforgettable. One single life, lived with purpose, faith, and love, can shine brighter than all the power of kings, armies, and empires. The story of Jesus Christ is not only about history, it is about hope, courage, and the possibility that your own life, no matter how small it seems, can also make a lasting difference. Jesus grew up in a very ordinary family. His mother, Mary, was young, gentle, and faithful. His earthly father, Joseph, worked as a carpenter. He spent long hours shaping wood, building tables, doors, and tools for people in the village. Their home was not rich, but it was filled with love, discipline, and faith in God. The town where Jesus lived was called Nazareth. It was a small, quiet place, far from the great cities of Rome or Jerusalem. Most people there were poor, living simple lives, farming the land, or working with their hands. Life was not easy under Roman rule. Taxes were heavy, soldiers were strict, and freedom was limited. But in this environment, Jesus learned patience, humility, and compassion. As a child, Jesus also studied the Holy Scriptures. He listened carefully in the synagogue when teachers read the words of Moses and the prophets. He asked questions, thought deeply, and grew in wisdom. Even at a young age, people noticed something different about him. His words carried a weight, and his eyes showed kindness and understanding. One story from his childhood shows this clearly. When he was 12, his parents took him to Jerusalem for a festival. After the event, they could not find him. After days of searching, they discovered him in the temple, speaking with the teachers. They were amazed at his understanding. When asked why he stayed behind, Jesus said, "Did you not know I must be in my Father's house?" This moment revealed his destiny. Even as a boy, Jesus felt a calling beyond ordinary life. Every great story includes times of pain and testing. For Jesus, these struggles were many. As he grew older, he began to teach in public places. Crowds came to listen. The poor, the sick, the lonely. They all found hope in his words. He healed the blind, made the lame walk, and even raised the dead. Ordinary people loved him, but not everyone was happy. The religious leaders felt challenged. They believed his message was too bold. "Who is this man?" they asked. "How can he forgive sins? How can he call God his Father?" Their jealousy and fear grew stronger. Even in his own hometown, people rejected him. They said, "Is this not the carpenter's son? Who does he think he is?" Imagine the pain of being doubted by your neighbors, even by people who watched you grow up. And then came betrayal. One of his closest friends, Judas, sold him for 30 pieces of silver. Soldiers arrested him at night, while his disciples ran away in fear. He was taken before leaders, mocked, and judged unfairly. They placed a crown of thorns on his head. They struck him, spat on him, and forced him to carry a heavy cross through the streets. Finally, they nailed him to that cross. This was his darkest hour. The one who brought love was met with hate. The one who gave life was sentenced to death. But, dear learners, the story was not finished. On the cross, as pain cut through his body, Jesus spoke words that still move the heart of the world. "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing." Think about this, my friends. Even in suffering, he chose love. Even in death, he chose forgiveness. His enemies thought they had won. His disciples hid, broken and afraid. Hope seemed lost. He was buried in a tomb. A large stone was rolled across the entrance. Guards stood outside to make sure no one could touch the body. For his followers, it was over. Dreams were gone. Their teacher, their friend, their hope, gone. But early on the third day, something happened. Women came to the tomb with spices. They wanted to honor his body. Yet, when they arrived, the stone was rolled away. The tomb was empty. An angel stood there and said, "Do not be afraid. He is not here. He is risen." This was the turning point. Death could not hold him. Darkness could not defeat him. Jesus rose from the grave, alive again. He appeared to his disciples. He walked with them, ate with them, and showed them his hands and side. Their fear turned into joy. Their sadness turned into courage. He told them, "Go into all the world and share the good news." This moment changed history. The cross was not the end. It was the door to victory. The tomb was not final. It was the beginning of new life. For us, the lesson is clear. No matter how deep the night, the morning will come. No matter how heavy the cross, resurrection is possible. Jesus never wore a crown of gold, never commanded an army, never built a palace. Yet his influence has shaped more lives than any king, emperor, or ruler in history. His teachings were simple, yet powerful. Love your neighbor as yourself. Do to others what you would want them to do to you. Forgive 70 times 7. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called children of God. These words traveled far beyond Nazareth, Jerusalem, or Rome. His disciples, once weak and afraid, became bold and strong. They carried his message across lands and seas. Even when threatened, beaten, or imprisoned, they did not stop. From 12 followers, the message of Jesus spread to hundreds, then thousands, then millions. Today, more than 2 billion people across the world call themselves Christians. Churches stand in villages, towns, and great cities. Songs are sung in every language. Prayers rise every day in his name. But the true legacy of Jesus is not only in numbers, it is in lives changed. A thief who learns honesty, a broken family restored through forgiveness, a person lost in despair who finds hope again. These are his victories. He showed us that greatness is not measured by wealth or power, but by love, service, and sacrifice. His story proves that one life, lived with courage and compassion, can shape history forever, and his legacy continues, not as a memory, but as a living power in hearts today, including yours, my dear learner. Dear learners, we have travelled through the story of Jesus Christ, from his humble birth in Bethlehem, to his simple childhood in Nazareth, to his struggles with rejection and betrayal, to his death on the cross, and finally to his glorious resurrection and lasting legacy. What lessons can we take? That ordinary beginnings can lead to extraordinary impact. That pain and betrayal do not have the last word. That love is stronger than hate. That forgiveness is greater than revenge. That hope can rise even after death. For you, I believe that this story helps you practice simple, clear English through powerful storytelling. Second, it gives you encouragement for your own life. Whatever struggles you face, remember, there is always hope. Your life, like his, can be a light for others. So, dear my friends, as you continue your journey in English and in life, keep these lessons in your heart. Live with love, walk with hope, forgive with courage, and shine your light, no matter how small, into the world. The story of Jesus Christ is not just history. It is a living invitation to believe, to grow, and to inspire. May this story encourage you. May it give you strength for today, hope for tomorrow, and peace for your heart. The story of Jesus Christ is a story of love without end.